Hello, friends. How are you? Hop on, say hello. Hashtag sunshine. I just got to put some eye drops in real quick. How are you? One more day till Friday. Oh, it's been a good week, and I got a great workout in this morning. The walk was so good. And it feels so good outside. I think I may walk again this afternoon. I don't know. We're going to find out. If I have enough time, I will. I may make time. Y'all, it's so good outside. Oh, anyway. All right, let's get this shared out super quick. Put it over into my VIP group. If you're not in my VIP group and would like to be, just drop the word VIP in the comments. There we go. Okay. Hi, how are you? Hop on, say hello. If you're new, welcome. Drop the word new and tell us where you are tuning in from. I would love to know. I just think it's super cool. And if you are new, there are no rules to this. Just come in, hang out, ask any questions you want. I'm just putting some eye cream on super quick. I got it in my eye. Y'all, this roller, this is ceramic at the end, so it stays cool. Oh, feels so good. So good. There we go. There we go. If you are interested in any of the products that I show you today, just drop the word Thursday. I am going to pin my links in the comment. So if you want to shop around, anything like that, you can do that. But you're always welcome to message me directly with any questions, or you need help building a bundle, anything like that. Oops. I just deleted a comment, y'all. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Well, that's going to be fun. Hello. How are you? All right, let me pin this super quick. And there we go. There we go. All right, I have my eye cream on. Let's do our primer. This I cannot live without, okay? Primer is such a huge deal when you do makeup, especially if you have mature skin like myself. I am 54. Hello, Darlene. How are you? Happy Thursday, my friend. So good to see you. How's your day going? But this mattifying primer does so much. It helps your foundation sit so good on your face, and it doesn't let it settle in fine lines or pores or anything like that. It is, it's magic. And it's super inexpensive. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Thursday is the code word today. But you do need to let it set for a couple of minutes just so it can do its thing. But just because it is a mattifying primer, I'm great. Thank you. That just means it's going to give you a more matte finish. However, it is very hydrating. I'm going to put a little bit on my eyelids today. We're going to do some spring eye vibes, and a pretty pink lip to go with it. It's going to be good. I love it. All right, there we go. There we go. I usually let that sit for a couple of minutes before I do anything. Awesome. What foundation do I want to use today? I think I'm going to do the Serum Plus again today because it is so good. It is what I was wearing yesterday. If you didn't see my stories, go back and look. I also think I did a post as well. 6 hours later, this foundation gets better and better and better as the day goes on because it kind of just melts into your skin, and it's super, super hydrating, and it's so good for you. It has skincare built in. I put mine in a little dish. Hello, hello. How are y'all? Hop on, say hi. And I mix 2 different colors right now just because we're between seasons. And my summer color is a little too dark, but my winter color is a little too light. So I just kind of mix the 2. But if you ever need a color match, you can just message me and say color match, or you can say color match in the comments. But I just put it in my little dish like that. And then I take my kabuki brush and dab it, and then I start dabbing it. A dab-a-doo-ya. And start in the middle and work our way out. How's it going? Are y'all ready for Easter? I have so much to do. I'm still trying to finalize my Easter menu for dinner on Sunday, but it's funny. We eat the same thing every year. It's kind of like, you know, Thanksgiving dinner, you eat the same thing, but I always try to switch up my desserts. So that's what I'm working on. I always do a carrot cake. You got to have a carrot cake, right, for Easter Sunday, in my opinion anyway. But what are your favorite desserts for Easter Sunday? I think I'm going to do these kind of sugar cookie cups. I'm going to cut them out in the shape of a flower. And then I'm going to put them in my little mini muffin pan tin. And it makes little cups. And then I'm going to fill them with like a vanilla cream and add a little coconut. And they're going to look like little Easter baskets. What do y'all think about that? They would be super cute. But that's the stuff that I'm working on now. Hello, ladies. How are you? Hop on, say hi, hang out. I'm just putting on my Serum Plus foundation. Look at that coverage, y'all. I love it. And you just tap it on. It doesn't take a lot. And I'm telling you, it gets better and better and better as the day goes on. I never have to reapply it. It doesn't get cakey, anything like that. Let's see. I gotta get around my eyebrows though. So what is your favorite Easter dessert? Hello, hello. I always put my eyebrows on first. So I just go kind of around them when I'm putting my foundation on. Perfect. Perfect. Hello, ladies. How are you? If you're new, welcome. It gives such a beautiful dewy finish. Now, I like a dewy finish, but if you do not, you can definitely put a setting powder on top of it. And it does so well. I like the dewy finish because, one, I just like it, but two, it gives you a more youthful look when you have a little bit of a dewy finish. And I just kind of press it down with my beauty blender when I have it all set. Because to me, the key to this is to look natural and not look made up. You know what I mean? So I really take the time and really try to get my foundation the best it can be. Hello, Tracy. How are you? Thank you, baby. How are you? How are you doing today? All right, let's do our spring eyes. No, let's do a little bit of bronzer first. And we're going to put a little bit, I'm going to brighten up underneath my eyes a little bit. I'm going to use my powder foundation. So good. There we go. All right, let's warm up the face just a bit. All right. Kirk's been out mowing the yard, bush hogging, all the things. And I love fresh cut grass and the smell of fresh cut grass. It is so good. It just gives me a warm feeling. You know what I mean? Everything is blooming. And we have an orchard that has, like plum trees and apple trees, peach trees. I think I have blueberries out there. But the plums this year, oh my gosh, the plums, they're already about that big. And that tree, the two trees that are, they're covered in plums. I'm super excited. I'm going to have to look for some recipes, I think, for plums. Because I'm going to have a lot of them. There we go. Now, I put my contour and my blush and my highlight and all that on at one time, and then I go back and I blend it. So, it's kind of like trust the process type of thing. But I did pin in the comments my links, My tanning mousse is still 50% off. I am amazed that it's still 50% off and that we still have some. I love it. It is such a natural glow. So good. New skincare launched. I love it as well. If you're like me and you didn't use skincare until you were 50 years old, which I did not, this new skincare that has launched is so gentle, but it is so good for every skin type. It makes my skin so hydrated and glowy. But if you need to talk about, you know, what to start out with for skincare, just drop the word skincare. I do consultations for skincare all the time. I love to do it because I want you to have exactly what you need, not what my favorite products are. You know what I mean? Because if you get my favorite products and they're not right for your skin, you're not gonna, one, it's not gonna do what you want it to do, and two, you're not gonna enjoy them. So, if you need help with skincare, I'm your girl. All right, there we go. Yes, love the windows open. Oh my gosh, the fresh air. I always air out my house. Oh, it's so good. Got to air out the house. All right, let's do our spring vibe eyes. And I am going to use the Peach palette. If you're interested in just my eye bundle, just drop the word eyes, or you can just drop the word Thursday for all of the makeup I'm using today. Or if you just need help building a bundle, or you just need to ask questions, just drop the word Thursday. But this is the palette I'm using today, my Peachy Spring palette. So pretty. I have some videos I've got to create this afternoon, and I'm supposed to wear black in them, so. But everything goes with black, so we're good with that. Okay, the first thing I always do is take my lightest color of whatever eyeshadow palette I'm using and just kind of go all over with that neutral or the lightest color. It just kind of gives it that base, that neutral base all over, and then we're going to add to it. It's not a whole lot of color. It just gives it that neutral palette that we're looking for. All right, so now I'm going to do this brownish color here. I put on black eyeshadow the other day. And I just start at the base of my eye here, and then I work my way up. Just like that. Now, I have a hooded eye, so if I left it just like that, you can barely see that color. So what I do is I leave my eye open, and I just start bringing that color up, and that way I can see how far up I need to bring the color in order to see the color. So that's a little bit of a trick right there, just to leave your eye open. But now I have color up there. If I don't do that with my hooded eye and I just leave it down here, see, you can barely see it here, and you can see it more over here. There we go. We just blend it a little bit upward. And then what I do is I take my little beauty blender. Now, when you clean up the sides, make sure you go upward, okay? Because, you know, everything we have droops as we get older. So many droops. But look at the difference in this eye compared to this eye because I have cleaned it and pulled it up. And so now our eye is going upward instead of drooping it downward. And I'm not pulling, I just have loose skin, y'all. This is not pulling hard. And there we are. And so now everything is going upward. So much better. I've never tried using the tape. I wanted to, but I've never tried using the tape. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to take this beautiful peach right here, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take an old school, what I call an old school eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to dampen it. Now I'm going to use my rose water, but you can use regular water. I'm just going to spray it a little bit just to get it damp, and what it's going to do is it's going to pick up that peach pigment of this. And so pick this up, and then I'm just going to kind of stamp it on there, just like that. That way I can truly place that peach exactly where I want it. You don't want this soaking wet, just a little bit damp. So you can pick up that color and then kind of you just stamp it where you want it. Just like that. Just like that. And I love that peachy vibe. And it really, really opens up your eyes. Right there in the center. All right, so now what I'll do is I won't pick up any more of the brown. I'll just blend that with the peach, just like that. And then, hey Deborah, how are you? Hey Miss Anita, how are y'all today? Happy Thursday, my friends. So then I'll take my original, sorry, I have a wasp in here. Hold on one second. I don't do well with wasps. Okay, he's gone. Sorry. I don't do wasp. I do a lot of things. I don't do wasp. Okay, so I'm just going to take my original brush with that lighter color and just make sure everything is blended well. Because you want it kind of an ombre effect. You never want to blend all of your eyeshadow colors together, because then it just kind of becomes mud. You know what I'm saying? But just kind of blend the ends and then they are all kind of ombre, just like that. All right. That wasp got to me. Oh, let's do our mascara. And then we're going to do my pink lippy to finish this look. So you definitely want to curl your eyelashes. I don't have really long eyelashes to begin with. I never have. But I can tell you, as I get older, is this not really weird? They grow straight out instead of up. What is up with that? I noticed that the other day. That was super weird. Y'all. I mean, you got hair growing in places you don't want hair, and then you got hair growing in weird directions. It's a whole thing. Girl, the wasps are bad this year all of a sudden, and they're early too. I think that fake spring we had a couple of weeks ago had them come out really early. All right, so this mascara that I'm using is not just a mascara. This is actually called Quadra. It is a 4-in-1 product. It has growth serum. It has primer that conditions your lashes. It has a property in it that holds the curl in your lashes. So when you curl your lashes, like I just did, this actually holds that curl. Y'all, I'm about to die. Mama is hot. All right, there we go. So you get growth serum, you get a primer that conditions your lashes, you get the properties that hold the curl, and the mascara itself. So you get 4 products in one, which is amazing. Amazing. All right, let's do our lips and we will be ready to go. Hello, ladies. How are you? Hop on, say hi. How are you doing today? Okay. All right, most of my internal summer is gone. Let's do this really pretty pink lip. So if you're just hopping on, I used my Serum Plus foundation that has skincare built in. It is super, super hydrating. It's got vitamin E, vitamin C. It has sodium hyaluronate. It gets better as the day goes on. And I'm telling you, I never have to reapply it or anything like that. And then we did my beautiful peach palette for the eyes. That's my spring vibe. If you're only interested in the eyes bundle, just drop the word eyes. If you're lips, drop the word lips, or you can just drop the word Thursday. And I can send you the links to all of it, or we can just talk and build you your own bundle. Of course, you can always message me directly. And there we are. I love just lip liner, and I use lip plumper, but sometimes I just use lip gloss. But it is so pretty. And the reason I do this 90% of the time is because this particular lip liner and all the colors that it comes in, it comes off when you take it off. Like right now, I'm going to eat, drink, be merry, all the things, and it's not going to come off. If you want to go back and look at my post yesterday or my stories, this 6 hours later, it's going to look the same. 10 hours later, it's going to look the same. I love it. And now I will have to replace the lip gloss or the pumper every now and then, but the liner itself stays all day, just like the makeup. But that's today's look. My spring vibes for my eyes and a pretty pink lip. If you need anything, let me know. Happy Thursday. I hope y'all have a beautiful and wonderful Good Friday and Easter weekend. I love y'all so much. See you next time.